If your partner is angry with you, does he tell you to return back the things that he has gotten for you? Do not marry prospects. Conflict is an essential part of marriage. My daddy used to tell my mommy, shut up. Please marry for money. Last, now everybody go to breakfast. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time I'm coming across my channel here on YouTube, you are so welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 8 things I wish I knew before getting married. For context, some of these things I already knew them before getting married, and I just decided to share this because I know that there are many people that are going to be getting married, and I feel like if you want to get married, these are some of the things that you should consider knowing. That is, if you do not know them already, these are things that you should consider knowing before making commitment with that man or that woman of your dreams. So I have a note here where I wrote down the things. So without further ado, let's get right to this video. But please do not forget to subscribe at the end. The first thing that everybody should consider knowing is the fact that there is actually no formula to marriage. When I got married, immediately I got married, you know, as newly wedded couples, many people are going to be coming with their advice and their story. They are going to be telling you what they did that actually worked for them, and they are going to also be telling you some of the things that they did that did not work for them. So I got a lot of advices like that, both the ones that were good, both the ones that I could clearly see that this one is not going to work. So I got a lot of them, and actually I tried implementing most of them, but to my utmost surprise, they were just not things that worked out for me. For example, one woman told me that, oh, before your husband comes back, make sure that everywhere is clean, the house is clean, and everywhere is just ready and sparkling, and then you start making food for him so that when he comes back, he's going to see a very clean house and he's going to eat your meal and he's going to be happy. I tried it. I think few weeks after we got married and we settled in, he went to work and I didn't go to work that day, so I tried cleaning the house. I wanted to be sure that everywhere was very sparkling, but while I was cleaning the house, he came back, so I wasn't able to clean the house very fast and then prepare his meal. So when he came back, he was very tired, of course, and then he was like, is there no food? I said, no, I was just cleaning the house so that I will now make the food. I could see the disappointment in his face. It was at that moment, in fact, he had to tell me that, see, don't worry about cleaning the house, just make the food. When I finish eating, the two of us can clean the house. So that was where I knew that that woman's method was actually not going to work for me. So that is one thing that I learned that I'm actually implementing right now. I'm just trying to understand my husband, because my husband and that person's husband is not the same thing. They are two different people. They don't even know each other from anywhere. So in as much as you are going to be getting married and you're going to be getting a lot of advice from people, be sure that you are also looking at the person you're getting married to. Is this thing going to work for this person? Or if you try it once and you not work, please don't go back to trying it again. Just look for another way, or ask your partner, how do you want me to do this? Or what would you rather have? Or what would you want me to do instead of this? Your partner is going to be happy that you are actually asking for their opinion, and that's just going to take your marriage from a 0 to another level. The next thing I want you to know, and I am happy I actually knew this before getting married, is that conflict is an essential part of marriage. You see, disagreement, it is very, very essential. In fact, it is okay to have conflict. It is okay to... Sorry guys, I had to change my location because my neighbors switched on their gen. It was going to disturb this video, so I had to come over to this place. But then we are going to move on. So I was talking about conflict in marriage. It is very, very normal for conflict to occur in marriage, but the most vital point is, how does your partner respond or react or dissolve that conflict in marriage? If you don't get anything from this video, I want you to get that never ever you enter into a marriage with a man or a woman if you don't have a full knowledge of how they are able to resolve conflicts, on how they are able to react to conflicts. Don't make that mistake. And I am so grateful to God that that is part of the reason, that is something I knew about my partner. How your partner is able to handle conflict has a very major thing, or it has a very major role in, you see, divorce, or you see domestic violence. Conflict resolution and domestic violence goes hand in hand. If your partner is not able to resolve, or if your partner does not know how to handle conflicts, it can actually lead him to physically abuse you. These are things you should look out for. When you were in your dating stage, is your partner the kind of person that when people are quarreling, or when people have a small disagreement, is going to tell you to, that's if you're in his house, is going to tell you to pack your load and leave? It's like, leave my house now, I don't even want to see you, I don't, just give me space, be your own, stay on your own and let me stay on my own? Is that how your partner handles situation or conflicts? Or if your partner is angry with you, does he tell you to return back the things that he has gotten for you? Because I know those kind of people. I know those kind of people exist. Whenever they are angry with you, or whenever you do something that they don't like, okay, you see that phone I bought for you, or yeah, bring it back. I'm just tired. That laptop I bought for you, give me back. Is that the kind of partner you are with? Is your partner a kind of person that when he's angry, or when she is angry, she starts breaking everything? Like she gets angry, she breaks the television, she breaks this one, she scatters everything. Is that the kind of partner you are with? These are things you should look out for. So when you hear that somebody slaps me, you should bear in mind that at this point, or at the point where you are dating somebody, the person might not physically abuse you because he's still trying to impress you. But then when you talk of marriage, you are talking about something of a long term. You're talking about forever. After like 5 years, the person might not be able to control his anger the way he used to when you people were dating. So if your partner was a violent person, not to you now, to things around, maybe he breaks something, or he shouts at you, or he even threatens to even, I'll slap you if you say that again. He does not slap you, but he tells you, I'll slap you if you say that again. Baby, that's a sign. That's a sign that he's eventually going to do those things one day. And if your partner does those things I mentioned, you should actually leave that guy, because he does not have the capability to resolve conflicts. Conflict is supposed to be calm and just look for how to settle this thing without hurting the other person in question. Let me use myself as a case study. The day before yesterday, I and my husband went to the market. I have my own key while my husband has his own key, like the key to this house. I have a pair and he has his own pair. Now the key to the gate is just one, because every tenant in this compound has one key to the gate. So the key to that gate, to the big gate before you enter into the compound, I am the person that is with it. So my own key, my own gate key is attached to this room key, while my husband only has this room key. So because we're going out together, I just took my own key. There was no need for him to carry his own key, so he left his own in the house while I took my own. And as we were going, I saw this boiled granite, and I decided to buy some for myself and for my husband. I bought it and they put it in a black nylon bag, and we were eating and we were gisting and we were laughing, and we went to the market. Now it was just that nylon I was carrying. I didn't carry any other bag. I would have kept my key inside my bag, but I forgot, and I kept my key inside the nylon of that granite. So after the granite was done, I just felt like it was over, like it is finished. I threw the granite nylon away, forgetting that I put my key inside that bag. Now we finished buying everything we wanted to buy, and it was time for us to go home. In fact, we were coming back already, and then I told my husband, where is the house key? Like I was asking him now, where is the house key? Give it to me. And my husband was like, no, you were the one that locked the door, you have been with the key. And I recalled as, oh my god, true, Nami hold the key, and I have put it inside the nylon bag and I have thrown it away. That was a very frustrating situation for us both, because that means that we'll not be able to enter into the gates, like we'll not be able to enter into the compound, firstly, especially if there is nobody around outside, and then of course would have problems with this room. So I was like, hey god, I don't die, I don't enter soup. So my husband did not say a word. He did not even ask me anything. He just told me, you were with the key. And I remember that, oh, that's true, I was with the key. And then we just came back home. It was even supposed to go out, but because the key was, I could not recall where the key was anymore. He then followed me to the house. Thank God we stayed downstairs. I didn't mean we were upstairs. That would have been another situation. But we came, and then luckily enough for us, somebody was outside, so we had access to the compound. And then he sharded and did, and then we were able to now bring his own key that was inside. My husband did not tell me anything. He did not tell me anything, and I was feeling guilty. Of course, I was feeling sad. I was just moody. And then I thought, okay, now no problem, let me go and buy something. He wanted to actually go and buy something, and then that was how. Okay, before he left, now told me, I bet you have seen that anybody can make mistake. Well, like with the calmest voice I have heard him spoken to me, he just told me, I bet you have seen it that anybody can make mistake. I think when it was me that did this now, you would have been shouting, and heaven would have come down. In my mind, I was like, yes, I know. And then he now said that, and he left. I was so calm. In fact, I felt so bad, because true, I think it was my husband that misplaced that key. I would have been apportioning blame. Why would you put that key inside that nylon? Okay, since you know that you put the key, why would you not remember that you put the key there and you now threw the key? I would have been apportioning blame. But I was so impressed, and in fact, it just taught me. My husband taught me what I should do whenever such situation arise. What I just took out from that thing is that whenever somebody does something that you don't like, instead of apportioning blame or shouting at the person is already feeling bad because that thing is not supposed to be done. So instead of doing all of those, just calm yourself down and look for the solution, and then just allow everything. Like, in essence, what I'm just trying to say is that know your partner's way of handling things. Make sure you're not entering into a marriage, especially if you don't have the full knowledge of how your partner handles conflict and disagreements. And another thing people say that I don't actually get is your children should be a part of your disagreement. Like, your children should see that you're having disagreements so that they will also know that you people, like, there is no perfect marriage. And I kind of disagree with that. Like, even though you want your children to be aware that there are disagreements and there are conflicts and whatnot, or there's a bitter part of marriage, there should be an age limit. From age 1 to 7 does not have any business to do with your disagreement. This is actually an unpopular opinion, so I don't expect you to agree with me. I'm just telling you that from age 1 to 7 does not have anything to do with your disagreement. That age, that child does not even know what you are doing. The child just sees mommy shouting at daddy and sees daddy shouting at mommy, and then in fact the child goes out and the child interprets it in a very bad way. I've seen children that will come to me and say, like, you know, children are so vulnerable. They are just so calm and they are just so nice. They don't even have anything in their mind. Just ask them, is your mommy beating your daddy? They will tell you everything. Yes, my mom used to beat my daddy, or my daddy used to slap my mommy, and my mommy will be shouting, my mom will be crying. These children are so, they don't know, they don't understand what you are doing. The other day, children were playing, and then the other child told the other one, shut up. And I called the child and I was like, why are you saying shut up? And he was a boy. I was telling him that, don't you know that a boy is not supposed to tell a girl shut up? And what he told me is that it's a lie, auntie. My daddy used to tell my mommy shut up, and my mommy used to shut up. So when I tell her to shut up, she should shut up. And I was like, okay, you can go. It's you and your parent that will go and settle that one. So your children should not be a part of your disagreements. From age 8 upward, these children are more mature. They can actually understand things. But you see, those younger stage children, they don't have any business with your conflict or resolutions. If you have any problem as husband and as wife, enter into your room and then stay there and sort out your differences without raising your voice. If you are two adults, why are you making the children know that you are having such misunderstanding? Like, as I am now, or as a child now, if I see my mom shouting at my dad, I understand that, oh, this is normal. Like, I don't even pay attention because I know that this is one of the things that they do. But you cannot explain that to a younger child. So I know that people have their own different ideology as to this shouting in front or disagreeing in front of a child. But for me, I think I would not do that. I would never ever do that, except my child is 8 years upward. I know that this child understands some certain things, then okay, we can start settling in front of them. But really, it is between me and my husband and not about my children. Next thing that people should understand is that marriage is not a destination. Marriage is a journey, because most people feel like, oh, when I get married it's over, I'm just going to be a married woman and this and that and that. It is not like that. Actually, marriage is a whole process. It is a continuous process. It is systematic. No, it is not systematic. It is a whole continuous process. It is something you have to learn to make it work. You have to now unlearn some things that you've learned that are not working out. So it is a learning and unlearning process. The things that you've learned that is working, you keep on doing them. You come to understand that there are some certain things that you are doing that your partner doesn't like. You have to unlearn those ones. So it is something that takes time. Then it also takes two to make it work. The next thing I want, this one is actually for ladies here, because I have a wider audience that are female. I don't think I have many male people that are watching me, but if you are female and you have a brother or you have a son, it is very important that you let your son or your brother understand the fact that he should get married to a lady that wants marriage rather than wedding. I will explain. Most ladies these days, they don't care about marriage. Like, in fact, the wedding, I have a big wedding, the video is coming to my wedding, or I'm going to wear this is going to, like, the whole idea about the wedding is what is making them want to get married. So they care so much about the wedding, they care so much about their 3 million naira gown that they want to wear, their 5 million naira venue, their 20 million naira car. They care so much about the wedding itself rather than the marriage. And if you find a girl, as a guy, if you jam a girl that wants a wedding rather than a marriage, you end up having problems all through the marriage, because the person is not even ready for anything that has to do with marriage. The person only just wants to answer a married woman, or the person only just wants to have that fine, aesthetically pleasing wedding, and that is all. So these are things that you need to watch out for. Another thing that I wish I knew before getting married, or that I am still knowing now that I am married, is that touch is essential in marriage. Touch, physical touch, it cannot be overemphasized. It is very important that you and your partner have, like, you people are always touching you, not like always, but it should be a very vital part of your marriage. And it can also include sex. Sex also is very important in marriage. Sex and touch is just a way of bonding. I mean, forehead kisses, just cuddling your partner, you know, just being a lovey-dovey, lover-dovey, whatever. Just being a lovely person just goes ahead to just make your partner very soft and tender and nice. So that actually creates a bond between you and your partner, and it is very good. That's just all I can say. The next unpopular opinion, this one is actually a very unpopular opinion. Unpopular opinion means that many people are not going to disagree with me. Many people are not going to agree with me. So the next thing I have on my list here is that a lot of age difference between two partners is trash. I believe that the age difference between me and my partner should not be more than 10 years. If it is more than 10 years, I feel like there's going to be a day when my partner is going to tell me that, do you think I am your mate? And I hate that word. If there is any word I hate, it is that. Except, of course, you are going for, maybe there's something you are envying in a particular man, then you can go for what you want. But for me, I feel like the ideal age gap should not be more than 5 years. Whether the girl is older or the guy is older, it should not be more than 5 years. And then this one is particular. I was very particular about this one. Before you get married, brothers and sisters, in fact sisters, before you get married, make sure you are getting married to a man that does not believe that there are certain roles that this particular gender should be handling. I used to tell people this one. In fact, I've been emphasizing that to my friends that are single. I tell them, any slight occasion I have, any slight opportunity, is to tell them, make sure that you know whether this person, what does this person believe about dishes. I know that there are many guys that don't mind, that they believe that there is no particular role for the female gender, but then there are also some guys that are witches. When I was in school, you hear them saying, how could they wash plates when my wife did? Or how could they sweep house when my wife did? So when you are having those your dating and talking stage, make sure you are chipping in one and knowing the kind of man you want to end up with. Like, know the kind of person you are dealing with. If the person believes that he's not supposed to be sweeping and cleaning or washing the plate or washing the clothes or washing something, then you should be prepared. For me, I believe that my man should also, as much as I love to cook, my man should also love to cook, because I also want to eat his food. But there are people that are like Hilda Basi. Hilda Basi, in one of her interviews or in one of her videos I was watching, she said that her love language to her man is cooking. So she doesn't like it when a guy knows how to cook. She just wants the guy to be eating her food, and I think that's fine. That is for Hilda Basi. But for me, you must know how to cook, because I want to also eat your food. As much as I want to also be cooking, like I want to always be cooking, I want it to have a time where you cook for me. Okay, what if I fall sick or something? Or when I go to work and then you are home, will I come back from work and come and cook for you? Or am I not supposed to come home to eat something in the house? Just the same way when I am at home and you're at work, when you come back to the house, you see something to eat. So these are things you should consider. But if you're like Hilda Basi, I hear you. But for me, that's not the case, and I'm very happy that I'm actually enjoying that aspect. Another thing that you should know before getting married is that money is important. If it is possible, please marry for money. I shall mean that you should not marry somebody that does not have money. Now, not like the person does not have money. The person should have a job. The person should have something that he's doing, or the person should just have. Please don't marry for prospects. Do not marry prospects. Gone are those days when we marry. Oh, I'm marrying prospect. He has prospects. He does not have money, but he has prospects. Don't marry for prospects anymore. People that era where we used to marry for prospects has passed. If there's nothing to show for it, please don't enter. This is an unpopular opinion. If there is nothing to show for it, please don't enter. Because people can have a very good profile. They went to the best school in America. They did this, they did that, they did that. But they're not hardworking. When they lose this particular job, they're so reluctant about getting another job. Are you supposed to feed them? No. So please, marry for money, marry hard work, marry somebody that you know that is willing to work, like the person is anxious, and marry somebody that is happy taking care of his responsibility. Marry somebody that is not comfortable with you spending all you have. There are most men that feel like, if I have the money, I will do it. So why not? Why are you complaining when you are spending? So just spend. At least I'm your husband. Don't marry that kind of man. Marry somebody that is happy with spending for his family. That way, you are in safe hands. Another thing, and the last thing that I want you to know, is that be open for expectations versus reality. Expectations versus reality are very common in marriages, especially if you don't know your person. Like if you don't know your partner very well before venturing into marriage, you are going to see a lot of things that, you thought they were actually like this and they are turning out to be the other way around. I know of a friend that when they were dating, in fact, the guy was carrying her with different cars. Every time the guy comes to her house, it is another car. They were balling and they were enjoying life. But because of those things, she got enticed and she eventually got married to the man. When they got married, she found out that the guy does not even have a single car. But you've been coming to my house all this while with different cars. Where are the cars? It turns out that it is the guy's father that has all the cars that the guy has been driving. So she was disappointed. Now tell me, is that not enough to break that marriage? Because that marriage was built on lies and deceit. If you must get married, if you must be thinking about getting married to somebody, be ready to come correct, come original. Who is going to like you is going to like you. You don't have to paint black to be white. because eventually it's still going to open up, and the person is going to know the kind of person he or she is getting married to. So come up with your true character, your net worth, your educational background. You don't have to lie about your educational background. You don't have to lie that you went to Cambridge when you went to one local school. School. You don't have to lie that you have 5 million naira when you have just 100k. All these things are going to come off as being deceitful, and this is not something you want to venture into. So in a nutshell, just be open in your relationship so that you actually get the best in your marriage. On that note, I think I'm going to end this video now, as I've said a lot. I've actually said a lot, and I'm going to end this video now. Thank you guys for watching to this point. Please let me know in the comment section if most of the things that I said you agree with them, or of course most of the things I said you did not agree with them. See you in my next video.